Hello, good afternoon. Or in Indonesia, good afternoon greeting would be Selamat siang semuanya. So I am Jethro Meneses, and this is my third year at UPOU, PhD in Physics Education. You can call me Jethro. And I took my bachelor's in secondary education, physical sciences at Mariano Marcos State University, and master's in science education with the same university. Currently, I am in Jakarta, Indonesia at Suci Secondary School, handling International Baccalaureate Middle Years Program Chemistry subject and International Baccalaureate Diploma Program Physics subject. Okay, so I was thinking on how I can make the introduction a little bit more interesting. So I was joking around and poking my colleagues, and I told them, "Can you ask me questions that you might want the answers to if you are, for example, a classmate of mine in the PhD program?" And sure enough, our lab technician collected all the possible questions, and I have them here. And so I think we can begin. I'll be picking, sorry, I'll be picking one question from the envelope, and then we're going to answer them one at a time, okay? Randomly. Although I was given already a clue on what the possible question on the questions might be. Some of them are joking. Some of them were like teasing me. Oh, I did nasty. I did you nasty in your questions. But yeah. All right. Oh, right off the bat is this. What advice would you give to someone just starting out in their career as physics teacher or in a related field? Okay. The same thing that I would say to my students is to always stay curious. Be curious. I mean, read. Don't think that you know everything. Ask questions. Be open to learning. Don't be afraid to ask questions, to commit mistakes, and of course, finding a mentor or a role model that can guide you along the way. That's the first one. So that's so weird. It's the first question that came out of the envelope. Next one. Have you always been interested in physics or chemistry, or was there a specific moment or experience that sparked your interest? Okay, so I have always had this fascination with the fundamental principles that govern the universe and the chemical reactions behind it. So pursuing my PhD is a way for me to delve deeper into these principles and satisfy my curiosity. But it all started, if I'm not mistaken, when way back in high school, I had this very good teacher, very good physics teacher, and he sparked our interest. So I think it's because of that teacher, and I have always been very vocal about that one. I was very thankful about him when I graduated in college. I thank him because if not for the experiences we had in our classroom back then in special science class, I won't be able to go into physics or chemistry for that matter. And yeah, I think that's it. The way he taught our lessons back then was really interesting, and it hooked me. It hooked me to the point that I myself is now a physics and chemistry teacher. Next, how do you manage your time effectively, especially when juggling multiple responsibilities? So, I manage my time by setting clear goals and creating a detailed schedule, while also making a conscious effort to stay organized and prioritize my tasks. I'm really not that very organized, but I try to. I have found that a combination of the Eisenhower box and Kanban method is most effective for me. This blend of strategies that only aids in prioritizing tasks but also in maintaining organization. The Eisenhower box, it has four divisions, is instrumental in focusing on the most crucial task, whereas the Kanban method, the Kanban board, facilitates organization and visual tracking of progress. Things to do, and then in progress, done, not yet done, all of that one. Next, can you share a challenging situation you encountered at work and how you dealt with it? Okay, workaholic. I think I know who sent this question. All right. So, one challenge I encountered in my teaching career thus far was adapting to online teaching during the pandemic. It was really a steep learning curve, but it taught me the importance of adaptability and finding creative solutions to problems. As a result, amazingly, I came up with SPINS, SPINS. That is a novel teaching approach that I had the privilege of presenting and publishing online. at a conference in Germany. That was online during the pandemic. During this event, I was incredibly impressed by a presentation made from the faculty of the University of the Philippines, the UPOU. Their innovative approach and commitment to lifelong learning, even though it's distance or modular, inspired me to further my own education, leading to my decision to enroll at UPOU. Okay, next, how many more? Yeah? How do you plan to balance your work, studies, and personal life? When are you getting married? Yeah. I believe it's important to have a balance between work and studies and personal life. I plan to set a clear schedule for my studies and work while also making time for leisure activities, playing chess and reading books. As to the question, when are you getting married? I think I wanted to oh, so dramatic. Yeah. I wanted to improve myself first before settling down. Although relationships and fling on the side is always a welcome to. Next, how was your professional journey shaped? How has your professional journey shaped your decision to pursue a PhD in physics education? My professional journey as a teacher for 11 years now has instilled in me a deep passion for knowledge and a commitment to lifelong learning. Always stay curious, read. It has also developed my ability, maybe somehow, to explain complex concepts in a way that is accessible to others. I think those skills are quite valuable when we talk about PhD studies. All right, we're almost there to the end. How do you unwind after a long day of work? Okay, this one I don't even unwind, or like right now after work I do private lessons. But in my free time I enjoy playing chess and reading books. I recently read Subliminal by Leonard Lavdinov, which Subliminal. Oh yeah, I was talking about emotions. The other book. Subliminal provided fascinating insights into the unconscious minds and how our unconscious mind influence our behavior. It was really, and not only behavior but decision making. It was really a good book. It's a psychology book. And the last one, yay. What are your career goals after completing your PhD? Truth be told, me doing PhD is not for professional development. I think the professional one would be an after effect. I want my PhD because I want it personally. I've been wanting to get that suffix that can be put behind my name later on. So it's more on a personal level, not necessarily professional. So as to the career goals after doing PhD, I think I'll cross the bridge when I get there. Okay, so yes. So those are the questions that my colleagues had. It is funny that they were able to throw me questions. I was just joking the idea around over lunchtime 3 days ago, and then yesterday the lab technician came and said, "Sir, these are your questions. Find them useful or funny. It depends on how you're gonna use them." So it is amazing that my colleagues were able to give me those questions, even though we're so busy. This is now testing season and marking season. Anyway, so that this has been Jethromal, and I'm so excited to be under the supervision of Dr. Rosario yet again. Last term was very productive. I learned a lot, Dr. Rosario, really, when it comes to using Canva and video editing, even though very minimal. And even the group I enjoyed learning together with my group last time. So I hope to have that same satisfaction and enjoyment as what we had this term, and I hope to have a better grade. Although last term is already impressive enough, I think, given the circumstances. But yeah, nice meeting you all, and I look forward to productive term with everyone. Thank you, and God bless.